wellness. And today we're bringing a very interesting skill in the form of motivational poetry. Very important to keep our mental health. And since we're all very different, we need to have different kind of tools in our toolkit to help us along the journey. Keeping our mental health well is an essential part of enjoying this journey of life. So today we are looking at motivational poetry as a therapeutic tool. And in my yoga world, I call poetry as the exhale breath, that breath of relaxation where you can completely let go your emotions and talk about things that are unresolved, talk about things that are important to you, talk about your feelings, talk about your thoughts, and really have that aha moment when you're doing it. So to see how that happens, I'm going to introduce you to a very wonderful young lady here, very accomplished in what she's done. Her name is Pratibha Pandey. She lives in the US. She has two twins. She's from a small town in Punjab. I don't know which town. She didn't tell me that, but she can tell us herself. And she describes herself as a mom of twins, a freelance photographer, a mindfulness coach for schools, a volunteer for the UNICEF, and she is involved in a number of projects with schools on mindfulness, as well as on changing school assemblies. So what caught me in her introduction was that she said, poetry and writing are like a catalyst in my life. So I'm going to ask Pratibha to tell us about herself and how this journey brought her to talking about motivational poetry. So over to you, Pratibha.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta ji. Thank you so much for lovely introduction. And first of all, I would love to say thank you to Rashmi ma'am for such a lovely platform for youngsters or for everyone, not just for youngsters, for everyone. And she's such an inspiring lady. And she just keep us inspiring as well. And thank you so much, Rashmi ji, again for keeping me updated for the events, the upcoming events of IIW. So, myself, as Sangeeta ji said, I am a mindfulness coach at the moment. But above all, I would say I am mom of twins. And how I can relate, like poetry and writing, is being a catalyst in my life. She also discussed about, she also made a connection about poetry and mental health. And that is a thing I would love to share here. When I was having twins, I'm a very ambitious girl, a small town but ambitious girl. I was on top of the career in my life, and then I have my twins. It was not planned at all, and I was so much depressed. I was so much anxious that what I'm going to do about my career. So I have to drop my career, being a mom. Then all of a sudden, I realized taking photographs and writing about my kids, that was actually helping me a lot. That was acting as a therapy for me. So I started writing something on small kids, not on other kids, but just on my young ones. And I was, as I said, I was very much anxious mom, anxious young mom, and I was trying to cope up with all these things. So motivational poetry, not motivational poetry, poetry or any kind of writing and photography, they were working as a catalyst in my life. A catalyst changed the reaction, your the reaction in a different way. It worked as a, it's like a catalyst, like it just changes your perspective towards a life.
So
So I
Pratibha,
started working on my poetry,
can
though.
I just ask you a question there? When you say it changed your
Mhm.
perspective on your life, tell us a little bit more about how did it change your perspective? In what way?
Earlier, I was thinking like life is just about me. life is just about winning, life is just about achieving the things. I was not realizing all these things. I was not aware of my responsibilities. But when kids came in my life earlier, because I was not aware of those things, that I have a responsibility as well. I'm not a daughter anymore. I'm not just a person anymore. I'm a mom now. So these things first they came in my life with reading, and then I've started putting my thoughts into the right into in writing, in a poetry. So that how it slowly and slowly it has changed